Hi, Katie and Chris. How are you?
Hey,
So
good. How
nice
are
to meet
you?
you.
Hey, so nice to meet you too. So, congratulations on creating this heartwarming, fun show and such a loving tribute to Chicago.
Thank you.
So, for both of you, starting with Katie, what did you like best about collaborating with each other?
Oh, it was so easy because we all spoke sort of a common language, right? We had this kind of shorthand. We all have Chicago roots. We all were together in the Chicago improv and comedy scene, and so there wasn't necessarily like a figuring each other out period. We already knew what everybody's deal was, so that made things it made it a lot easier to get to the creation and the writing and the fleshing out of this world.
Yeah, I mean, I think we set out to make the funniest show possible, but also I'm so glad you said heartwarming because we really wanted it to be like full of heart too, and so working together was just a blast. And we got to, I think we are all, because we're creators and artists, we're like sponges. And so our whole lives, we've just been like sponging up these types of people. Like all of us have a Chicago party in our lives, and so it was so fun to just be able to write that.
Oh, I love it. So, Chris, congratulations on throwing the first pitch at the Cubs game. I learned so much about Chicago from this show, the hatred for the Packers, which bars to go to, which ribs to go to. Um, so much. So, what did the two of you get to bring into the show that you love from Chicago? We'll start with Chris this time.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. That was a dream come true, throwing out the first pitch last week, even though the Cubs are not good right now. Um, what was so fun was like placing Easter eggs in this show, Chicago Easter eggs. And so we wanted it to be Chicago specific and a love letter to Chicago, but also universal, so everybody will get it and watch it and stuff. So there's some like little Chicago stuff, like the Wiener Circle is like this restaurant where you go there, and when you order, the women behind the counter like actually yell at you, and like it's like a real place. So we got to put that in the show, which I think was a big win for us.
I think what was so fun was getting able to also insert certain phrases and manner of speaking that like my parents always said, like things that I just grew up thinking was how a normal human would talk, and then you say it in the wild and people are like, I don't know what you're saying. Like my mom and dad used, when they if they would fight, if they would like always tell each other to go scratch, and then I remember saying that once and everyone being like, what does that even mean? Like, so just I think we were all able to kind of incorporate
Yes.
these like dialects in a way that we had grown up with, and we were able to bring that to a script, which was really cool.
Chicago isms, yes.
Yeah, it was really good.
As you've both had some amazing collaborators over the years, including each other. I'm curious who would you love to work with again? We'll start with Katie this time.
As far as some of the people that we got to do some of the voices in our show, I would love to work with Mike Haggerty again. He is a Chicago legend
Yes.
from Second City and from every movie ever, like Overboard and things like that. The real Overboard, not this new one. And so it was just so amazing to get to work with him because I kind of always looked up to him. So to get to bring him into our little world was pretty cool.
So cool.
Okay.
He's a guy. Mike Haggerty is, if a person were to be Chicago, like
Yeah,
if you were to make a person the city of Chicago, that's Mike Haggerty.
yeah.
We also got Amy Poehler as a guest star, and that was so cool. That was a dream come true for, I think, all of us to work with her. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. That's in the second part.
That is the second part. You're right. Yes, because
Yeah.
the first 8 come out. Yeah, you're right. So you'll have to wait a little longer for
So
that.
maybe don't let's not say that
No, but that's exciting. So, what have the two of you been watching lately that you've been really into?
Good question. Uh,
Oh
I mean, I've been watching the Cubs break my heart. That's really what I've been watching, if I'm going to be honest with you.
I watched a show on HBO called 100-Foot Wave, and it's about these surfers who are trying to surf a 100-foot wave in Portugal. And it's very specific, but it was very interesting. I recommend
and
it.
if I may, I was watching a show on HBO called Small Town News that
Oh,
I loved so much. I watched it all in one night. And that has like a similar vibe kind of to this is just this town, these are these people, and they work together. I don't know. So I highly recommend that. But
yes.
first
Yeah.
watch our show first.
Yes.
Love it. Well, thank you too so much for the art that you bring into the world. Thank you for the show. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Have an amazing day.
You too.
Thanks for checking it out.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah.